boom, literally stop loss below this candle right here for like 28 pips. And guys, I set my TP for like 200 pips. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. For the new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. For the viewers, thank you for clicking this video. So in today's video guys, I'm going to be breaking down how I caught 200 pips on gold, and I caught this during NFP guys. So let's break down this trade. So what we're going to do guys is actually mark up our charts and show you guys what I was looking at the time of NFP. So when it comes to marking up my charts guys, I start from the weekly time frame. As you can see, the weekly created this solid push to the upside here, creating a high of $2,147. So gold reached an all-time high of 2,147. So guys, when it comes to marking up my chart, I like to mark up my chart or look at my charts in a trending format. So like this, like I've always said, right? So indication, correction, continuation. So in this case here on the weekly time frame, price created this huge indication indicating that price can potentially go up, and you know, we were expecting a correction on the weekly time frame. So when it comes to marking up my chart, I like to mark up, you know, only areas where I feel like price can reverse from. So on the weekly time frame, I marked up my chart here, and I like to color code stuff too. So this was how I marked up my chart here. And then when we go to the daily time frame, right, it's still bullish in the sense that you know, this is the low that I would want price to break before I believe it is bearish on the daily, right? So both the weekly and the daily was bullish. So if I was to mark this, I would basically do it like this. Right, so this is basically what I was seeing at the time of NFP. So with the daily being bullish, you know, the weekly being bullish, still, you know, I was still anticipating sales nonetheless, because at the end of the day guys, like once price creates that indication in the higher time frame, we're expecting a correction. So we're expecting, you know, the 4-hour, the 1-hour and below to change trend and sell, you know, for that higher time frame indication and correction to play out before the continuation, which is the buy. Now, because I am a day trader, I tend to focus a little bit more on the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frame. So when it comes to marking up my chart on the 4-hour time frame, this was what I was seeing. Let's actually put the bar replay right here. So this is basically where I was at that time, and you know, this was my chart as of Thursday, right? So this is basically what I was looking at as of Thursday. This is basically what I was looking at right here. And then if we actually remove this, so this is basically what I was looking at on a Thursday. Now once we go to the 1-hour time frame, right, we're going to notice something, right? So if I put the bar replay a little bit further back here, right, so I'm going to actually back test. So if you notice guys, the daily sold, right, gave this massive correction. On the 1-hour time frame, it became bearish, of course. Now this was the high that created this low, right? This was the high that created this low, and it ended up creating and breaking the previous high, indicating the 1-hour time frame is bullish. So now the 1-hour time frame is bullish, the daily time frame is bullish, the weekly time frame is bullish, and the 4-hour is still bullish at this point, right? But for some reason, as we get to, you know, play the market, we see that we can just 3x this. Okay, no, actually 2x this, 1x this, right? So we see that, okay, price is still creating that bullish structure. We're still expecting, you know, price to break past this high here and then close below, correct itself, and then continue. So as you can see, price came, almost broke the high, but it couldn't, but it's still bullish, still going. So notice how before this one candle came, this was the high that was created. Now with this high being created, right, I would expect price to break here for us to say, okay, now the 1 hour is bearish, right? So right now it's bullish, so I would be waiting for this kind of setup here, like this. I'd basically wait for this setup right here. Boom, it retraces and then continues to buy back up. This is the setup that I would be waiting for, but in this case it did not, and it literally just broke with the next candle. So with that being said, with this candle that just broke down, it basically means the 1 hour is now bearish. So once the 1 hour was bearish, literally this was what I was looking at. Boom, mark up my supply zone, color code it, and then we play. Now guys, with the 1 hour being bearish and stuff like that, and you know the other time frames being bullish, the reason why I sold was because, like I said, I'm a day trader, so I tend to follow the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frame. Now the 1 hour time frame was basically bearish, so all I just did was, okay, I'm going to wait for, you know, New York session to hit, and I'm going to place my trade, right? So let's go to the 15 minutes so we could get a more precise entry, and I'll show you guys how I actually entered this trade, right? So this trade was actually pretty sweet to enter, but as you can see guys, you know, it's almost time for that. I actually entered a trade way before this because NFP was 830. Yeah, so NFP was about to hit, so my actual entry was basically right here. Once price literally just crossed below this candle, all I did was place my trade for the sell. Boom, literally stop loss below this candle right here for like 28 pips, and guys, I set my TP for like 200 pips, right? So my TP was like literally somewhere around here, somewhere down here, right? Like somewhere around here. The reason for this was because, like, on this particular trade that I was trading with this particular account that I have, I was losing like a bear. So I was like, okay, cool, in order for me to recoup all this I've lost, you know, the TP that I have to hit is basically down here. And the funny thing was, I actually risked like 0.7%, so I did not even risk 1% to make 5%, right? So this is the power of risk management and, you know, trading with volume and things like that. But this is basically what happened here, and as you can see guys, NFP just basically shut it down and it sold so well. I woke up to TP and getting smashed, so happy, right? So with that being said, the market now played out, so let me just play the market out right now. As you can see, the market basically did this. So now what this means is, you know, the 4 hour was basically bullish at first, but you don't know until the 4 hour now breaks. But in order for you to know if the 4 hour is going to break, the 1 hour will tell you the future, which I basically, you know, anticipated, and you know, I caught that sell. And now as you can see, the 4 hour now, this candle now closed below this previous low, which indicates that the 4 hour is now bearish. So now remove all this, you know, 4 hour markups, and then I will now mark up my chart like this, from here all the way down here. Boom. So basically now what I would anticipate is, to be honest with you, I would anticipate actually more buys, because you know the weekly is bullish and stuff like that. But if it was to sell, then you know, I would anticipate price to do this, retrace, come somewhere around either here, maybe somewhere around here, and then I'll continue to sell. But if the 1 hour was to create a bullish structure, then you know, it would be a different story altogether. But yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.